Hi, welcome to my hobby prison. We're back on the workbench today. Why? Because we're going to unbox and review this. That thing right there. The Icon Master Ball Joint and Universal Joint Press Set. And why? Well, for you guys that have been following the channel, you know I've got this Grand Cherokee I've been working on and trying to get the steering dialed in. I can't do it. Well, the guys over at the four-wheel drive alignment shop said that I probably should put in an adjustable upper ball joint on the passenger side, which is right there. So that's what we're going to replace. Before we do that, though, I'm going to take all this stuff off. You don't need to see me do that. The reason why I decided to get this is because that ball joint sits in a spot that's not exactly flat. The kits that I've been renting from AutoZone don't have an adapter for that, but this one does, right there. I just want to mention that when I did borrow the AutoZone ball joint press kit, I had to get the adapter set because the fittings that came with the press set that didn't have the right sizes. So I had to also get the extra kit that came with all the other adapters. So no big deal. I mean, you just rent them and bring them back, but still, that kit on its own wasn't enough to work with my Grand Cherokee. Box, son of a gun. Okay, manual. It's pretty nice, covered in oil. Wow, this is heavy. I'm thinking it's pretty stout. Can put some grease there. What do we got? 1, 2, 3. This is that part I was telling you about right here, because that surface that ball joint sits in is not straight up and down. You need something to help offset that. Last time I did it with one from AutoZone, I used a screwdriver to help offset it, but hopefully this will work a lot better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I wonder what this piece is for right there. It says in the owner's manual. Number 18, snap ring, duh. Doesn't say where it goes. See if I can see if they ball joint removal, ball joint installation. I don't see. Universal joint. Well, yeah, that's cool, but they're really easy anyway. You don't need one of these tools for that. But I'm gonna rip this passenger side apart. That shouldn't take too long because I've had this apart recently and I put anti-seize on it. It should be relatively easy to get the axle out of there. So I'll get back with you when we get the axle out. Use the new Icon ball joint removal kit. See if it makes the task any easier, to see if it's worth all that money. We're gonna need this. We're gonna need the piece that slides up under here that pushes this up. This is nice. You see this? It's got those, if you've ever used one of these before, these things fall apart like crazy because there's nothing to hold them together. That's nice. So you got that part. We just need a bigger part. No. No. That'll work out good. Okay, it comes with this. I think this is how it works. And we're gonna plug it into this. This goes on top. This is gonna go on the bottom. And something like that probably goes. So through this process, I'm trying to find the right adapter so I don't ruin that boot right there, because I didn't know if I was going to have to reuse that ball joint or not, and that was a new ball joint. So I didn't want to ruin that rubber boot, so there's a very small margin of error between the boot and the ball joint bore in the axle structure. Anyway, so I was using the wrong size, so it wasn't moving it. But we corrected that later. Doesn't look to me like it's doing anything. It's still in the same spot. I don't know. Let me figure this out. This is a pretty cool setup. I got this figured out. This is an adapter, and it slides in here, and you put the snap ring on it. So now you can take this, and it holds this one in place. And you hear that click in? So you don't have pieces falling all over the place that you have to figure out. Then this is the number 20, is a ball joint pressure pad. So that goes on top. Okay, here we go again. I'm gonna take this one, put that up here first. This holds it, and this should push that up into this part. This is really heavy. We're gonna put the ball joint pressure pad in here. Maybe. There it went. There we go. Now, we're gonna get this part set up into here. And hopefully, this still isn't the right adapter. You'll see that I break that. There is just such a small amount of area between that rubber boot and that mounting bore hole there. There's no way around it. I had to get a smaller adapter to end up doing this right. But anyway, I break that. Okay, you ready for this? Boom! Crushed it. Yep, needless to say, I picked the wrong adapter on that one. And just for good measure, let's give it a little more punishment. Here we go. Little more, little more. I don't know. I think something broke. Yeah, that broke. You see that? It broke. Well, it started to push it out though, see? Yeah, I think that's the fault of the user. So, see if we can get this part off, and we'll try a different deal. So I'm pretty sure that was user error breaking that. I don't have any brake clean, which is weird, but I do have these. We'll see how they work. This is an adjustable ball joint. Picked it up at O'Reilly's for like 160 bucks. It's for the camber. Try to get this thing so it steer better. Right here, it's got a mark on the front. This is gonna go right like that. So now we gotta try to get it in there straight. And we've got this kit here so we can keep that going straight in. You see what I mean? It needs to go straight in, and this will help line up your plate to go straight in. So I'd say that's a pretty good kit, except for this. That's user error. There it is, the piece I broke. Took it down to Harbor Freight Tools, and the manager went and opened up this box, new one, pulled this out, gave it to me, no receipt or nothing. So that about wraps up that review, for heaven's sakes. I'm going to give this kit 5 Vic heads, and let me tell you why. Number one, I love the way everything fits together. It just connects. It holds itself. If you use those ones that you rent from AutoZone or whatever, you have to tape them together or they just fall over everywhere. And this one, the pieces, they just click together. That's the main thing. And it had all the pieces that I needed. I think it's a pretty inclusive kit. And I've never needed one of these to do, but with this kit, you can service universal joints. So ease of use. And also, I did a little research on this. This was pretty expensive kit. It was $229.95. I didn't get it on sale or anything, but I did a little research on it. It has been on sale for $177. So if you can get this kit for $177, even if you get it on sale, I'd give it 5 Vic heads plus. Anyway, there's parking lot sales coming up soon. I hope you like this review. I like this kit. Harbor Freight Tools isn't paying me any money. I bought this kit on my own just to see if it was worth it, and I'd say it is. So thanks for tuning into My Hobby Prison, and I'll see you on the next one.